Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Christodon1, and I am back with another video. There's a proposal out there for general managers, owners of the NBA, including the commissioner. And this proposal is going to be set in motion where, if this passes through, it's going to make life difficult for NBA teams out there who's going to entertain the notion of tanking seasons. All right. Basically, what a lot of NBA franchises do is that they tank seasons, so somehow, some way, they will get an opportunity and a chance for a first round pick to be close in the top 5 when it comes to picking players. All right. And that's what's going on with this new proposal, because a lot of teams out there are, using this to their own benefit. And in some cases, some franchises are abusing this. Now, this was really set in motion a while ago so bad teams can get better, because let's just face facts and face reality. A lot of, and it really was made for the intention of small market teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, yes, even the Cleveland Cavaliers, before they even drafted LeBron James, they benefited with this new ruling, and teams that had shaky foundations when it comes to who actually owned the franchise. At one particular point in time, the Los Angeles Clippers wasn't necessarily a destination where a lot of NBA franchises wanted to go to. All right. And this guy, if you don't hurry up, they are going to keep blowing their horn all throughout the day, and I'm about to get the horn blown on me. So basically, what this with this new proposal, it's gonna make life difficult for a lot of franchises that abuse this ruling, because this proposal wasn't meant to be abused. Okay. And now the chances of, even if you do tank for the season, the odds are not going to be as great. The deck is not going to be stacked, sort of say, if you're tanking seasons to try to get the top 3 picks. Okay. Now it's going to, the odds are going to be, your chances are going to decrease a lot, even if you do tank. It's a possibility where you can tank a season and you still get a mid-round pick. Okay. Which to me, I think that's a fair way of doing things. Now you're going to make teams be competitive, reward teams that are trying to be competitive, even though they don't have, when you compare their talent to other teams, and their talent is not equal to the team that they're facing, at least it's going to be a competitive type of marketing and system. Okay, versus what you had for the past couple of seasons. Teams generally just tank the season, going in the beginning of the season, say, hey, look, we're not going to be a very competitive team like the 76ers. The 76ers tanked many seasons to get the players that they drafted, and some of these decisions that they made on drafting players didn't pan out too well, and then they also drafted players that they didn't necessarily needed. Okay, so this new proposal is going to make the 76ers, they're going to have to compete a little bit more. The Boston Celtics abused this rule to a certain extent, not as serious as the 76ers case, but they tanked a lot of seasons to get those picks that they mortgage into better picks. Okay, Danny Ainge is taking the approach of the New England Patriots. Okay, just stacking picks on top of picks. Okay, that's pretty much seemed the way, pretty much how it goes. And now with this new proposal, it's going to make life difficult for teams out there that's trying to not be very competitive. Now, in other NBA news, owners are pretty much, and this is not a proposal, this is mainly the owners implementing this, and the owners do rule because not only they own the franchises, but in actuality, I know a lot of people think players run the league, but in actuality, the owners do. All right, they just do it in a different way versus the players. The owners are going to not allow players to have a no trade clause in their contract. As of right now, LeBron James has one, and Carmelo Anthony also has one. And these no trade clause, or the main purpose of these no trade clause, is for veterans to reinsure veterans that they're not going to be traded by their teams. Okay, it was supposed to be rewarding the older veteran players. Now this ruling has been abused by several players like LeBron James, mainly LeBron James, because now he doesn't necessarily have to put all of his eggs in one basket, with either the Miami Heat or the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, with a no trade clause, he can veto a trade, even though the trade can be very beneficial to the Cleveland Cavaliers or when he was with the Miami Heat. So they're doing away with this because, once again, people abuse it and took these policies the wrong way and used these policies and abuse these policies in large portions. Okay, so it seems like the NBA is getting back of putting everyone on equal ground, and allowing teams to be very competitive for the foreseeable future. So even if you do tank it a season, that doesn't necessarily guarantees you a high pick. Okay, you might gamble and screw around to the point to where you don't even have you get a mid-round pick, or the end of the even though the possibilities of you capturing a later pick, like in the end of the round, if you tanked your season, I don't necessarily see that happening, but it's a possibility that it could happen. But as far as you know, David Stern implemented a lot of things with the players' mind. I mean, in for the players. Okay, the NBA is a players' league, but let's just face facts and face reality. The owners, the majority of the owners, they dictate and rule how the NBA should be run. Now, there are several players throughout the generations who had a lot of influence in the NBA, like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. Okay, and now with these two policies that are set in motion, one is going to be voted in, and the other one is pretty much going to be something that the owners are going to just do on their own. By implementing these new policies, it's pretty much they're pretty much taking the control and influence away from the players. Okay, mainly LeBron James. A lot of players and a lot of GMs and as well as their agents are not too pleased with how LeBron James is really influencing the league to the point of, you know, now players with agents of players trying to get deals for their players from other teams. LeBron James have a lot of leverage and have a lot of influence, you know, because of the simple fact of he has that type of influence with the league, okay? And I guess owners are looking at LeBron James' influence as not beneficial for them, okay? So that's pretty much what's transpiring, pretty much what's been going on. Like I said, these new rules, they're gonna try to well, as far as the tanking season approach, that is going to be voted, and a lot of owners are going to vote for that, and that action is going to be put in motion for the foreseeable future. As far as the no trade clause, a lot of owners are going to eliminate that out of the vocabulary of the NBA, because of the NBA is a lot of players, well, LeBron James mainly, is abusing it and using it the wrong way. It wasn't really intentionally for him to do that, okay? And if they didn't eliminate this, you was going to see a lot of players utilizing this. And really, when you think about it, particularly with the no trade clause, it only it's a one side beneficial factor for the owner. I mean, for the player, not for the owner. If Carmelo Anthony never had the no trade clause, he would have been traded many moons ago, all right? And if Cleveland would have had some inkling of LeBron James not re-signing with them, his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they would have traded LeBron James immediately. Okay, it's just you know, I don't have no issue with LeBron James, but I just feel like LeBron James sometimes misuse his influence and his control and his power, you know, for the benefit of himself. Sometimes it comes off as LeBron James is only worrying about me, myself, and I, okay? Which clearly LeBron James, to me, LeBron James is not that individual, but I can understand why a lot of owners have a problem with that, as well as, you know, current players, all right? But as far as the tanking goes, this should have been done a long time ago, personally, because a lot of teams abuse that rule, okay? And now you give many opportunities, like the Philadelphia 76ers. You give them so many opportunities when they tank seasons to get picks, and they don't necessarily their mindset is, well, if this pick doesn't work, we'll just tank the next season, trust the process, and get another player, okay, another top level player, and build that way. Like I said in previous videos, when LeBron James is, I feel like in 2 years, when LeBron James retire officially from the NBA, I feel like when you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, that's a young dynasty there, with all the players that they have added to that roster that via the draft. And the 76ers, you know, you know, they're going to be they're going to be playoff bound. I'm not too sure about playoff contenders, okay? I can at least go that far with the 76ers. And when you look at Boston, they look like a juggernaut, okay? Adding Kyrie Irving is a very big time plus for them, all right? So we're going to have to wait and see how all of these two new rules, how it changed the structure and the future of the NBA. It's going to take years until we finally figure out, was this beneficial for the players, and was it beneficial for the teams? I think not having a yeah, I lost my train of thought. Not having a no trade policy into your contract. That's sort of kind of one-sided for the players, even though that was in the beginning of that, it was really not meant to be used that way. Now, as far as the tanking goes, that's going to be something that's going to be very beneficial for the year. I mean, for the league. It's going to spread the wealth, spread the talent to other teams, okay? But guys, tell me what you think out there. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please follow me on my new YouTube channel, Messy Media U. Great channel. Right now, I only got like 3 or 4 videos uploaded. When I figure out a schedule to where I'm going to be uploading on this channel, you'll be the first to know. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am out. Peace.